Hallo, 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 mein Freunde, und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Dark. I think we're finally there. It only took me 2 seasons. I took a bit of a break. The downside of that is that, as some people have been quick to tell me, it's like, you can't take too long of a break from this show, otherwise you shall be lost forever. I like how most people are like, dude, don't worry about it, don't stress it. You should have seen me in my first watch through of this show. But the good news is also that people are keeping me on a straight and narrow. It's quite a journey, and yet we are still somehow not at the end of it all. But we're almost there. We are on the third and final season with 8 episodes to go until we are done with the show. And it seems as though, even though only 8 episodes, each one seems to be close to, if not more than an hour. So they're really, I don't want to say milking it, but they're really going all in. I'm looking forward to it. I have not caught up on YouTube yet, but with Patreon comments, at the very least, I can go ahead and say, Katarina can't kill Jonas because we can't change what we want. But Katarina and Jonas have already made their choices. They had free will and things happened the way they happened. Right, but but if you have true free will, couldn't you change that? If things had happened differently in a way that causes a paradox, we don't know what would occur. It doesn't seem, keyword here, I like the phrasing you have here, it doesn't seem to happen in this world. This is just a theory, but maybe it works like evolution, survival of the fittest universe. If a paradox does occur, say Jonas kills his younger self, that reality self-annihilates due to the paradox. All we'd be left with is the universe where nobody ever breaks the timeline. The only one that survives is the one where, no matter how unlikely, the gun jams or something else occurs that preserves causality. Yeah, I get that. I mean, we saw it happen where, it's kind of like what, old man ballsack Jonas was saying, where it's, if time is God, then that is very, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's almost like a deity in itself, a deity of sorts, where it's just like omniscient. I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just all powerful. This like force that, because things have happened a certain way already, they have to keep happening in that manner. So it's gonna have to repeat. But then I don't know, because then people think they can change things, and then wouldn't you argue that things are the way they are because people changed stuff or made alterations? But then I guess season 1 was learning how crazy things were and that there's already a cycle. Season 2 is learning that you can't just break the cycle, that it is perpetuating itself, much to our chagrin. But at the end of it, there's hope in that you can't make any big changes, but if you can make a change that's small enough, just enough in an incremental sense, that it could domino and actually alter something just enough to maybe go off the track or something, I am insanely curious to see how they can try to stop this final cycle from occurring. Although I believe we've already entered the final cycle, but now with a glimmer of hope. Is this the last book, the last sentence of the Dark Tower? Not the last sentence, but the last paragraph. The photo that Elizabeth is looking at 10 minutes from the start of the episode is of her and Noah as a couple. They are holding their baby. This whole Charlotte Elizabeth thing is starting to hurt my head. I'm not even gonna lie. They are holding their baby Charlotte. As we know, Charlotte eventually grows up and marries Peter, and they have a daughter, Elizabeth, who ends up with Noah. Somehow, how she ends up with Noah, dude, etc., in an infinite loop. So Elizabeth is Charlotte's mother and also her daughter. Oh my god. What we don't yet know is how baby Charlotte ends up with her grandfather, H.G. Tannhaus. Oh, season 3 is convoluted. Oh no. On my first watch, I sort of lost the plot midway through and ended up just letting it wash over me until the ending resolved things, and I could rewatch the episodes again with that knowledge. You'll love it though, and the show absolutely nails the ending. I'm looking forward to it, man. Look, I've been, regardless of what people say, 90% of people, 90 to 95% of people that have been supporting me in this series are like, hey man, you're doing a great job. You're holding on for dear life as much as you can be. Mistakes are bound to happen. You look like you're having fun. Keep having fun, and I am. And there's some people that are like, oh,
Can't believe you're forgetting all this type of stuff. I mean, this is clearly this person. This name is clearly this.
I don't mind. I appreciate polite points of correction. I don't mind. I love the historical, theological context revolving Germany and just German history. I love the phonetic. Thanks to you guys and gals in the chat, I literally my German phonetics have improved vastly from what they once were, whether it's just names like Jonas or like Mikkel or Ulrich, like things like that, to literally being able to say certain sentences like every now and then. Nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about, but I'll be out with friends and I'm just like, Ik ben du. I'm just like, what'd you say? I'm like, oh, don't worry, mein Kinder. And I'm glad that I'm learning more. So overall, the experience has been very positive. I don't mind any points of correction like that. I would just ask you, bear with me. I hope you look at the picture at the start of the episode again. So my brain wires get crossed sometimes and I say one thing while I mean another. You heard Charlotte is Elizabeth's daughter and her mother and wrote it down, and then later on you said Noah is Charlotte's mother. Yeah, it sounds about right. That's me. You also wondered about the link between Noah and Elizabeth, and you said Noah is Elizabeth's grandfather. Technically correct, but not their most significant link. If you know Noah is Charlotte's father and Elizabeth is Charlotte's mother, what does that make Noah and Elizabeth? Noah is Elizabeth's grandfather in the same way that Elizabeth is her own grandmother, and Charlotte is also her own grandmother. Oh my god. And I suppose Noah is also Charlotte's son-in-law. If I think hard enough, I could put all that together in my head and it would make sense. I'm just gonna let it wash over me, as previously advised. Been waiting for the Charlotte Elizabeth reveal. This show always amazed me in the writing and everything. Everyone's acting is so good. I like that it stands out in a world full of shows with 30-year-olds playing teenagers and people wearing designer clothes and makeup all the time. This show all about time travel looks real. 100% agree. Everything from the clothing to the production design to the characters in it feels so damn real. The people have real faces with natural skin and normal, even boring clothes sometimes. Yeah, honestly, wish more people knew about this show, other than just saying it was trying to be Stranger Things. No, hush. Wait, am I crazy? Didn't Dark come before Stranger Things? I'll look it up later. But this show is nothing like Stranger Things and far superior in my eyes. I think they're two different shows to be classified in their own way. I think Stranger Things is more appealing to a wider audience and is arguably to more people more entertaining and more accessible. It's easily approachable. Do I think Dark, in terms of quality, is a better show? Yes. I think that Dark is a phenomenally layered, complex, intricately written, like the fact that it's only 3 seasons, but the planning that had to be involved in this in terms of timeline, actors, characters, making sure things match their time period, the casting alone, the attention to detail, and the fact that they don't hold the audience's hand. It literally just is like, here's the journey, and if you're watching, good luck. Like, I would definitely agree that it's a better show, but that being said, I still love Stranger Things as well. Like, I do really enjoy that show. To say this is trying to be Stranger Things when Stranger Things doesn't even, for one, I don't even think it has it, you can, like, it has teleportation and the upside down, but like time travel, not really. 2 different shows, different plots, just because there's science fiction and otherworldly, borderline supernatural, like high concept science fiction elements. It's hardly a fair comparison. Every time you watch an episode, it's like you traveled back in time to before you watched the previous episode, and that's why you can never recall who's who. That adds up, it checks out. If you're already on Patreon watching this, thank you for your patience. Early access to these episodes, weeks if not months in advance, as well as full reactions, uncut, uncensored with HD video accompaniment, not to mention Patreon exclusive shows that I'm only watching over here over here on the website, patreon.com/MovieMan101 for access to all of that jazz. Of course, if you are on YouTube, that is more than well enough. Don't worry to anybody who's been a little impatient in regards to other shows you want me to watch. I do have other shows that I will be starting in the future. Without further ado, we're gonna hop into a Deja-vu. I have my notes. I'll go over them on my own time. I don't want to spend like so many minutes going over all the finer points of what was said or done, but I'll keep making notes as always, trying to find that balance between watching the show and actually taking the notes. So I want it to be an enjoyable viewing experience. I'll see if I can actually say it properly, though I kind of doubt it, but who knows. Der Mensch kann wahr tun, was will, aber kann nicht wollen, was will. I kind of got a bit of it. Man can wait what he wants, but he can't want what he... The actual translation is, man can do what he wants, but he can't want what he wants. Season 1, and if you look into an abyss for a long time, the abyss also looks into you, Nietzsche. And then season 2, well, I'll find it. Season 3, in any case, man can do what he wants, but he can't want what he wants. So last we saw, Martha showed up from another world and yanked Jonas, yeeted him out of his world as the apocalypse was literally happening.
Wenn wir wüssten, wie die Dinge enden.
Is that Claudia's voice?
Wohin uns unsere Reise führt, würden wir trotzdem die gleichen Entscheidungen treffen.
I feel like we would, because that's ultimately
Oder
what
würden wir
was happening.
andere Wege einschlagen?
If you're choosing a different path, you're still feeding into what inevitably happens.
Könnten wir
go by the
überhaupt
show's
unserem
logic.
Schicksal entkommen?
Exactly.
Oder würde uns das, was tief in uns ist, zum gleichen Ende leiten?
That is
Wie
the
eine
question.
unsichtbare Hand.
That is the question. Can one truly change their fate if we are going to subscribe to the
Spielt es
ideology
eine
of fate?
Rolle, welchen Weg wir gehen, wenn wir am Ende immer wieder vor uns selber stehen?
As we've seen happen in the show, all of season 2 is that. All of season 2 was us. Have we met you yet? I love already the music. You're new, aren't you? Or are you a grown-up version of somebody? I don't recognize this face distinct enough. But it's the kind of haircut that I'm rocking. So this is the dust. Okay, this is the remains of Sigmundus. After the apocalypse, question mark? It's been abandoned. No signs of life. Dust coating the room. So who are you people? Is that Martha? Lip scar. Similar lip scar. Okay, it's a cult, a group. They're like Seraphites from Last of Us. They all have the same mark. I doubt it's genetic. Interesting. Staunchly opposed. I'm curious how closely these are all filmed together, and if due to its popularity it would manage to secure more and more funding from season to season. That's a question, because I would always see some marketing for it in America, right? But I'm curious if this was a big show in Germany. How well was this received? How popular was this in Germany? Somebody else mentioned that Germany doesn't often have the best television, but this shows like this are an exception. But please educate. Okay, new opening credit sequence to, again, the first and last episode we watched this. Hokusani, Jonas, and Marta at the end there. Okay, Jonas for sure with a new scar. Someone's holding an apple, and that's Martha. What, you're wearing his jacket, his coat? Someone else there too, but I can't quite make out who it is. Art and a serpent. Oh, an evil-looking serpent. Garden of Eden. All right. Someone riding a bike. Looks like Jonas riding a bike, and I think it's him because again, it's the face, and there's either a muddy tear or a scar next to an eye. For that face, I can't tell if it's more feminine or masculine. Someone walking in the power plant, I'm assuming. I'm seeing the cold grays and almost like either concrete or linoleum floor. Someone walking. Ooh, these are tricky. More art? Art or a tattoo? That's someone's hair, longer hair, wearing, it's black and red, wearing a dark coat or something, but I can't make out who that could be. The haircut. Interesting. Again, the visuals, man. Now, whoever this is the person, I think this is the person who appeared in the forest in episode 1 that Jonas saw right after Mikkel disappeared. And by disappeared, I mean that older Mikkel, older Jonas got a hold of him and guided him through the cave. And that's Jonas in the cave right there. Surely not a bloody face. It's too foreign looking. It's like a creature almost. Okay, lipstick being applied. Sure. Smoke. Oh, fire. Fire in reverse. Sigmundus burning down. Somebody at a gate. Either trying to get out, I'd assume, or trying to get in. But nails and fingers are dirty. Maybe someone's just caged. A hand on a valve, I think. Yeah, hand turning a valve, or rather a little, whatever you call those things. Like a wheel or something. Jonas again. Jonas again. He's worse off every season. The hair gets longer and more disheveled. Ooh, like a serpent. Again, the motif of the snake. A serpent brooch or bracelet. Someone tying something or someone to a radiator. Ooh, God, someone who got burned up. Maybe it's another victim of the time machine, but someone with longer hair and like burnt, charred skin. Fingies. Fingers. A hand holding a hand, but then I see like, no, it's a hand holding something, but I can't quite tell what that is. At first I was like inhaler or like a pepper salt shaker, like a plastic one from a diner, but I can't tell. A body, that last one was quick. A body being dragged to the dirt, a hand with rings in sand with the, I'm gonna get it wrong again. That's a pendant. It's either the traveler pendant, the Saint Christopher, or it's the other one. Yeah, I think it's the pendant of Saint Christopher, I think, with Ariadne's thread. That is interior carpet with some hardwood, and that's either a gun or like a tripod or something. Man, they do a really good job of making all this cryptic, but it's a guy holding something, like standing it up next to him, I think. That was quick skin, boots on the ground, fruit being moved with hands, clothing falling at someone's feet, hands outstretched reaching other hands. This strikes me as a shot that could be one of the final in the show. Hands on skin, perhaps moment of intimacy between two characters. Ooh, bloody. Okay, we got eyes, haunted eyes, bloody, bruised fingers. Okay, and now the letters are a little bit backwards, which I know long ago, ever since the first episode, I've been using the dark logo that has the reverse R, and somebody said, well, technically it makes more sense thematically once you get to season 3. So now I'm curious to see why some of these letters are, like 2 of these letters are backwards and the other 2 are the way they normally are. Okay, here we go. This will be a long first episode, just getting through all of that. Oh, so now they're doing the titles again. Yeah, because for the season 1 had the titles. Season 2 didn't. It just had the countdown to the apocalypse. And now season 3, we're back to the titles. Ominous. So that happens in the apocalypse. We gotta go.
Warte, das kann nicht sein. Ich verstehe.
Wir haben keine Zeit mehr.
To another world. Oh boy. I like how it continues right from where we left off.
Sondern aus welcher Welt?
Alright. I'm ready for crazy time. Crazy town. Perfect timing, by the way. Whoa.
Wie sind wir hierher gekommen?
How do you think?
Wie wir hierher gekommen sind!
Oh, she has the...
Du bist nicht Martha. Wer bist du?
Is she not?
Heute ist der Tag, an dem alles angefangen hat. In dem wir uns zum ersten Mal begegnet sind. Deine und meine Welt. In diesem Knoten untrennbar miteinander verbunden sind.
Has she always been from... No.
Wie deine Welt.
Where are you going?
Ich mach das wieder gut. Das verspreche ich.
Warum bin ich hier?
Jeez. This is the moment it all began, when you and I met, and our worlds became inextricably linked. Oh, dude, I love this. Why is it all backwards? Wait, it's backwards. Is it mirrored? Approaching the house right now this doesn't feel like the normal way we'd approach the house. Is the show just gonna is it gonna be the first season but mirrored? November 4th, 2019. Yo, I am so ready for this. And now we follow Martha, waking up the way Jonas normally would in his night terrors. Oh my god, are you gonna tell me this is a different world in which this Martha is in place of Jonas in the timeline? Like Martha is living his existence? Is that why she's wearing the yellow jacket, the one constant?
Was ist mit dem los?
Derselbe Albtraum wie immer.
Okay, I can't even begin to start. We're gonna start tracking all this too. Oh, I'm so curious at the end of the episode how it's gonna look on the timeline. Oh my god, my head hurts. I'm gonna get names wrong, I can already tell you. Because that was, hey, oh yo, hang on, whoa, okay. That was Katarina with blonde hair and glasses, was it not? I'm gonna go crazy right now. Oh, I would write the timeline down, but I feel like it's gonna show me the timeline at the end of the episode anyway. I'll look it up and I'll have a visual guide, so I don't want to waste too much time. But in this universe, what Mikkel is Martha's brother?
Vielleicht war das ja gar kein Traum. Sondern das hier jetzt ist einer. Wir sind alle gar nicht echt.
Haha, sehr witzig. Oh, diese verdammte Elektrik.
Oh, that's Jonas arriving, yeah?
Gib mir mal die Butter.
Ach komm, Mikkel, jetzt mach dich mal fertig.
Love the one take, by the way. The
Schüssel.
camera work.
Martha, ob Magnus schon wach ist.
Keine Ahnung.
Also, brother.
Bist du?
Again, we're still on a one take right now.
Magnus, du kommst zu spät.
Oh. Jeez.
Ich bin in einer Sekunde unten.
So much is happening right now. I want to write, but I don't want to miss what's happening. Yo, dude's tatted up. Bro's oh my. That's the medical, like that serpent intertwining the... It's like a medical thing, isn't it? Am I crazy? A little anarchist over here. So instead of an affair, why is she sneaking out through the... Well, I guess because they're just trying to... People just seeing each other. Similarities and yet differences. Constants and variables. Dude, we're in Bioshock Infinite territory right now. Two sides of the same coin. Similarities, but unique differences. Like the Lutece twins. If you know, you know. If you played Bioshock Infinite, it deals heavily in multiverse theory and is it just insanely fascinating to me. So literally, hang on a second. So I assumed it was the Martha of his world that just in some future or somehow saved him with the not being from the same timeline. But it seems like the only reason she showed up there is because in this, what do you want to bet? In this world, it's not a time machine, but it's a machine in which you can cross through dimensions. There's going to be similarities to our already established world in that timeline, but there's going to be characters in different places. There's going to be like the settings are the same, but the positions of all the chess pieces on the board are all different. And instead, Marta is Jonas. She is the main character, for lack of a better term. And she is going to go through the same journey that Jonas went through in his world. But since she's that version of him, she's going to be the one to get the device and the machine and be inducted into this whole, or like these terrible situations and probably go through her own share of trauma.
Ey, du Arsch.
Oh,
Wer zuerst in der Schule ist. Morgen, Mama.
Morgen. Es soll nachher regnen.
Nee, ich komme heute spät. Theater.
Und nicht vergessen, ihr seid ab morgen bei eurem Vater.
Who's her father in this world,
Meine Mama, das ist doch scheiße.
this universe? They were together but are separated. It's not Ulrich, is it? Is it Michael? Yeah, so in this world, the mystery. Is that going to be the episode 1 reveal? Yo. Oh, why is it all foggy and mysterious? Get out of here. For our benefit. Oh, is he with... Oh, what do you want to bet? Is it Hannah? Oh, in this other world, of course, him and Hannah ended up together. Or maybe in this universe, he did, like, Splitsville from... Oh, what do you want to bet? He split up with Katarina and instead got with Hannah. Well. At least in one universe you were together, huh? She got everything she wanted, huh?
Warum hat denn das so lange gedauert?
Die Apokalypse naht.
LOL. You don't know how right you are, buddy. Unless I'm mistaken, in this timeline... Oh, where'd she go? Where'd he go? So in this timeline, Magnus... Oh, I'm gonna get so confused. I apologize in advance ahead of time. Franziska. Yeah, Franziska was sleeping with Magnus.
Wir sehen uns heute Abend, okay?
Ulrich?
Oh, but with who? But with whom?
Schön bist du.
Didn't say I love you back. Interesting. I love you. You're beautiful. Is it everything you hoped it would be, Hannah? Pregnant with Charlotte. I'm kidding. Just some craziness. Wait, but like, timeline-wise, who... Yeah, everything's foggy in this universe. Because even in the season 1, when we followed Jonas in his coat leaving for the day, wasn't it like... It was like sunnier, it was brighter. This world seems like grayer, darker. It's someone who'd be like younger in the future, obviously. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they're going to try to link it so it's someone we know, or if it's going to be somebody new who's impactful. I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much. The kid in the apocalypse. Yeah, literally. Interesting. I love this angle. So Jonas, does he not exist in this world? Question mark? Or is Jonas is like Alpha Jonas, like what Alpha Jonas's Martha is? No, some constants. See, Eric Obendorf missing constants and variables. Literally, I'm so glad I played Bioshock Infinite because I can easily pick this concept up. And there's two. Wait, hang on. Were there always two? Am I crazy? Were there always two at the power plant? I'll have to go back. But now he's here. But the question is, are we following fate? See, it's different. Instead of one couch, there's 2 chairs, a little fire pit over there. They clean this place up pretty nice. But the question is he here because this is fate, because it is ordained, because it has already happened, because this is fulfilling the cycle, the timeline? Or is this different because he's been taken literally out of that timeline, out of that universe? I know she said world, but this is multiverse theory, right? So is it genuinely different because now he's been taken out of that? Like, does old man Walnut Adam, was this like Silent Hill right now? What is this? School theater week. Schule theater Tage. Is it still already on this thread? You know, what show are they watching? It literally is like Silent Hill. This is crazy. What's all this over here? Is that part of the school? Or is this the Death Stranding? Like, what is this? Oh my gosh. So my head is reeling, dude. So that's my theory right now, is that Martha is Jonas. So does that mean that in this world, if she becomes the main character, that Jonas is kind of like, it's just it's mirrored? Is that what we're saying here? Jonas will be the poor hapless boy caught in this world of, like, is everything else? Oh hell, I missed it again. I'm so sorry. What do they say? I think it's Ari. Is it not Ariadne's thread? The posters look different.
Nur weil dein Gehirn so klein ist, dass du nicht verstehst, dass Bildung der einzige Weg raus aus diesem Loch ist, heißt es noch lange nicht, dass wir anderen deine minder bemittelte Einschätzung teilen.
Atmen nicht vergessen.
Denken nicht vergessen.
Hey.
I like how different they all are. With luscious locks over
sicher,
here. And unless I'm mistaken, they're saying the same things that the kids in the different order. Like, this is the same dialogue from season 1. I recall some of these lines. They're written in such a way, you know, a stick being removed surgically from the ass, to quote the parlance, is familiar. Hence why Deja-vu, huh? Haven't we done all this before? Indeed. Kilian. He's different.
Gibt's eigentlich was Neues von Erik?
That face looks familiar, though. Is Kilian the guy who shows up in the beginning of this? In the cold open? The guy who throws the first Molotov, the lantern. Is that Kilian? I feel like this face, older, could be. So Bartosz is still here.
Ganz schön creepy, das Ganze.
New characters to figure out. Bartosz kind of on the back burner in this friend group.
Sicher wegen deinem Bruder.
Sind ja schon 2 Wochen.
Your
War
brother.
noch nie weg.
His brother's the one that's missing. Okay.
Na los. Mama wird sonst böse.
Oh boy. Dude, like, they barely acknowledged Bartosz. It will happen again. Where's Tronte? I didn't just... Okay. No, Helge. I said... See, again, small mistakes. I said Tronte, not Helge. See? Similarities and differences. We're seeing bits of the timeline, but with marked differences. But in addition to the scar, it looks like Ulrich went a little bit too hard on the paint. If it was Ulrich. And he's missing an eye. Even Peter, doesn't he normally have a bit of a beard or something? So in this, Peter and Charlotte are still together, yes?
Hat den ganzen Morgen nichts anderes gesagt.
Constants and variables. Did Peter commit infidelity in this alternate timeline? I love that there's big differences, like Helge missing an eye, and similarities like Charlotte and Peter together, it seems. But then there's even small stuff where it's like even Peter's like choice in facial hair and how he keeps up his appearance and all that.
Tick-tack.
Tic-tacs. Tic-tacs? I only got Altoids on me, buddy. I'm sorry. That's your home, but not. Breaking and entering. I'm curious if Jonas even exists in this world. Like, if you is the reason that Martha brought him to this world because he doesn't exist in it? But she seemed to have some amount of familiarity with him. Would you like copy onto yourself? Would you like replace yourself? What's good is that since he's already been privy to the wibbly wobbly timey wimey nature of this show and all this, he's gonna see all of this and it's gonna be crazy culture shock. But he's also gonna be able to take it in stride. There's the shock there, but watch as that wave of the familiar, like he's gonna accept it because he's already seen so much crazy. Like he's already just a drop in the bucket at this point. Maybe he'll actually figure out like, oh, Martha is me in this universe. But was that her from? I assume that was future her of this world, because she said this is when we first meet. Is this gonna be like a Doctor Who and River Song type of situation? Again, if you know, you know. Also, who is his father? She's with Bartosz and Kilian. Kilian's new. Well, if she's dating Killian, so what's the relation with Bartosz? Or what are they in, like, is it a throuple? Like, again, I can't wait to get some of these facts incorrect and make an ass out of myself. Or is Killian this world's version of him?
Erik Obendorf wird seit dem 22.
Yeah, it's
Oktober
all
vermisst. Das
mirrored.
sind jetzt fast 2 Wochen. Und nach euren Protokollen hat auch die Befragung der Nachbarn zu
Wohlers
keinen weiteren
Bulleyes!
Ermittlungsergebnissen geführt.
Sorry. Oh, but he's
Oktober.
missing. Wait, no. Oh my god. Either way, it's this poor guy. Either way, it's an accident. Constants and variables. How unfortunate, dude. I mean, I guess if I had to choose between the two, I'd rather have, like, be missing an arm. Because I feel like at least the world of prosthetics is advancing and you can get, like, some pretty good stuff going. But if you're missing an eye, I mean, what you like, maybe at some point in the future, like an ocular implant or something, but that'd be much more difficult. Talk about, like, eye theory, though, the face.
Ja, was, habt ihr irgendwelche Ideen?
Wir haben immer noch nicht die Schichtpläne vom AKW bekommen.
Also gut, dann hakt danach. Geht zum Tiedemann.
Is Ulrich the chief of police then?
Das wäre nicht das erste Mal.
Because the way he's addressing them all is the way that, like, Charlotte would have been addressing them all, right? Unless I'm crazy. Oh, does she find a hair on his hoodie now? Is he being infidelitous? Oh, is the roles reversed? Is he seen? Interesting. So instead of Katarina finding Hannah's hair on the hoodie, it's gonna be Hannah finding Katarina's hair on the hoodie. It's blonde. She's blonde. Constants and variables. Some things just mirrored. I would love to do... Dude, it's Silent Hill. I would love to do a side-by-side comparison between seasons 1 and 3 to see how many shots verbatim have been taken from the first season and just... Because all this is mirrored, right? And, like, just to see what's mirrored, what shots are the same, whether it's birds in the sky, and it's just, like almost the exact same shots and pacing, but just different color palettes and different characters. Like, just minor, like, just differences and just minor differences and similarities.
Schwarzes Loch, das entsteht dann, wenn sich eine zusammenstürzende Zentralregion bildet. Und das ist dann ein schwarzes Loch.
Giving a presentation on wormhole black holes.
Kann ich dir helfen?
Oh, hey.
Hallo. Bist du neu?
Buddy? Just walked right in, huh?
Ich habe keine Benachrichtigung über einen neuen Schüler erhalten.
Inserted himself into the situation.
Okay.
Maybe he's figuring it out.
Machst du weiter, bitte?
Also dann haben wir.
He's gonna be staring at the back of her
Und das
head.
hat eine enorme andere Sterne, Planeten und so
With her blood in his hands. Crazy. She's like, I can feel him staring.
wenn es einmal drin ist. Vielleicht liegt er
Dude, I know you're shocked, but you might want to kind of pump the brakes a little bit.
Alles, worum ich dich bitte, ist, dass wir die Schichtpläne der Mitarbeiter einsehen können. Erik wurde
who's in
das
charge
letzte
of
Mal
things
auf dem
this
Waldweg
time?
gesehen. Der Mitarbeiter mit den
Oh,
gefundenen
so Alexander
Reifenprofilen abgleichen.
grows a beard this time.
Und ein richterlicher Beschluss?
Constance
Das ist
and
eine Bitte.
variables.
Ich werde sie dir raussuchen lassen.
Wie geht es dir?
Oh, did he lose his wife?
Es geht.
I think he did.
Glaubst du, dass Erik vielleicht auf das Gelände gekommen ist? Die Höhlen liegen ja zum Teil auf der Seite des Kernkraftwerks.
Die Zugänge sind bereits vor Jahren versiegelt worden.
I mean, also correct.
Da kommt niemand rein.
You're gonna hear me say constants and variables a lot in this episode, I'm sure. I see. Yeah. See, again, some similarities. Bartosz is still his, and I feel like I'm worried now. All the names are starting to get muddled in my head. I'm so glad I have the timeline. Regina. Him and Regina were together, but in this timeline, I think, Regina, especially with the melancholic black and white photo over here, I'm guessing that Regina succumbed to her sickness, so I think she's dead in this timeline at this point. What? Theater will continue. The theater kids are safe. Mr. Holt? Maybe just a throwaway name, but worth notating.
Katharina.
Oh? Well...
Was willst du hier? Ich wollte zu dir.
Uh-huh. You homewrecker? Oh,
Ich weiß auch nicht.
That's gotta make her feel a certain way.
Ich weiß, dass Ulrich und die Kinder, dass das zu ihm gehört.
Damn. A world in which he did leave her.
Und ich will,
for
dass du
her.
weißt, dass ich dem nicht im Weg stehe.
Das ist aber sehr großzügig von dir.
Oh no. Got your way.
War Ulrich heute früh eigentlich bei euch? Er wollte noch was vorbeibringen.
Unless he didn't. But why is there hair?
Nein.
I mean, wait. What's interesting about that is whose hair is that? Because we know, factually speaking, we watched the timeline happen. And instead of, Ulrich having like a morning rendezvous with Hannah in season 1 in that universe, in this one, there's still like mystery hair on his hoodie, but he didn't. That he didn't meet up with her. She's being like, that's funny. Like in that world, Hannah might have engaged in that, but in this world, in both worlds, Franziska's like, nah, I'm no homewrecker. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Dann hat er's vielleicht vergessen.
Look at her. She's like, interesting. Hope it's working out for you, sweetheart. Yeah, then who could it be, huh? It could just be something benign.
Keine Ausnahme.
Or are we gonna try to go talk to her? How do you think this is gonna work out?
Ist was?
Du hast mir nicht gesagt, warum ich hier bin.
Oh no. It's
Kennen wir
not.
uns?
It's not her yet. It's not her yet. This is literally a Silence in the Library, a Doctor Who
hast keine Ahnung, wer ich
River
bin.
Song situation. Oh, and this guy's gonna be like, "You talking to my girl, bro?" But like, no, it's literally it's what she told him in the cave. She said that this is the first time that we'll meet. Like, this is future me knows you, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing to save you from your universe, your world. But current me does not know you yet.
Kommst du?
She left a book behind. Ariadne. Hey, constants and variables.
Alles in Ordnung?
So in this
Welcher Tag ist
universe, Jonas doesn't exist yet? Or no, I shouldn't say
Der
yet.
4. November.
Doesn't exist. What year?
Und welches Jahr?
2019?
You've gone back in time, but oh damn. Do you know me, Mom?
Mama,
Damn.
ist alles in Ordnung mit dir?
Oh, this has got to be what helps me.
Kann ich dir irgendwie helfen?
It just clicks in his head. In this universe, in this world, Jonas does not exist. Martha is the main character, question mark. So is that the reason she was able to bring him into this world? Is because he does not exist in it. So now, is it to serve a purpose? Like, is it for him to do something to change things in his world? Or is his world too far gone? Change things in one world by changing them in another universe? But something happens to put Martha on a path to go save him from his. Oh, is he seeing her? It was a blonde hair. Oh, interesting.
Das hat sie halt früher aber ganz anders
Dude, bro sleeps around in every universe. Get out of town with this nonsense. But still in the evidence lockup. Hannah was right, but look, barking up the wrong. I like that. I like how. Oh yikes, Wooler. I like how. That's funny. Like how you know in the other universe it was Hannah and it was Ulrich like doing it himself. And again in this universe, like instead of it being a literal mirrored representation of that, where he's going back and like having an affair with his ex. It's like, no, because Katerina was never the problem, but Ulrich and Hannah, both in their own right, are an issue. Like, I was never trying to defend either of them. I was merely explaining why they behaved the way they did in previous seasons, but that's beside the point. It's just funny to see that in every universe, Ulrich, he can't keep it in his pants. It's like, damn, that's crazy. Wolle?
Entschuldigung.
Was ist?
Die Reifenprofile. Allein in der Region Winden gibt es 21.000 gemeldete Fahrzeuge.
Ich habe die Schichtbilder aus dem AKW, wir können das abgleichen.
Oh, he's smart. He could see it. Dude, it's crazy. You know how there's hair theory, right? With Woller, it's like he looks almost like a completely different person with both eyes.
Von da an wusste ich, dass sich
Damn.
nichts ändert.
Damn. Crazy. Dude, Ulrich is a menace, dude. A menace. Dude had a family, presumably had a family with Katerina. And then Hannah showed, like, Hannah's always been on his, both metaphorically and proverbially, well, mostly proverbially. And, like, it ends up being a homewrecker, convinces him to leave his wife and is, like, seeing his family sometimes, but leave his wife to have a life with Hannah. And yet still, he's not satisfied, and then falls for Charlotte. And then in this universe, instead of Peter being the one that commits infidelity and cheats on Charlotte, it seems to be Charlotte is the one who cheats on Peter. And especially if he was saying, oh, did you go to the doctor the other day? And she's like, oh yeah, it was fine. She might have just lied and made an excuse and went to go see him instead.
Das Spinnrad sich dreht, Runde um Runde.
Ooh.
Ein Schicksal geknüpft an das nächste.
Okay, so that matches what I saw in the intro title sequence. Instead of it being bright and yellow, they're kind of also like speed running the first season a little bit. But yeah, still Ariadne's thread. It's still Martha on stage, still going through it. But I don't think she's going to have the full trauma. Like, she's still going to do well up here and performing, right? But she's not going to have the full emotional trauma of pushing her performance that her family strife did.
Ein Faden.
Oh, she's practicing, I see.
Rot wie Blut. Man kann die Knoten nicht lösen.
Okay, she's practicing in front of the rest of the theater.
Hat unseren
Ziggy
geschnitten.
Stardust?
Und doch bleibt etwas zurück, das man nicht schneiden kann.
Some things
Ein
cannot be
unsichtbares
severed.
Band.
An invisible bond. You and I,
In
Jonas,
mancher Nacht zieht
acting with his lover.
Was auf Erden war, wandelte seine Gestalt. zeigte seine schaurige Fratze, die nichts anderes war als leibgewordene Freveltat.
Oh.
Wir brechen hier ab.
Wah, wah. Dude, you're gonna get your shit rocked if you're not careful. Either Killian's gonna get protective, or Martha's gonna like literally you're like stalking this girl and she doesn't know who you are. You gonna try to explain it to her?
Martha.
Dude, you gotta chill.
Keine Ahnung, was du von mir willst, aber ich will nichts von dir, okay?
Next time, take the...
Bitte hör mir zu.
Yo, you gotta chill.
Vielleicht weißt du nicht, wer ich bin, aber heute ist der 4. November
Bro.
und Mikkel wird... Michael Kahnwald, Hannas Mann. Er ist nicht, wer du denkst,
Hannas Mann, willst du mich
ist.
verarschen? Ich kenne keinen Michael Kahnwald. Hannas Mann ist mein Vater und der heißt Ulrich.
In this universe, the Mickey situation didn't happen. There is no Michael Convold. Why did she bring him here? The incident's about to happen, though. Like, there's gonna be an incident, but is it gonna be similar? Like, I'm sure, like, different? Michael doesn't exist, so Mikkel wouldn't be taken back. Is that Bartosz? Is he involved? I recognize that hair. It's a crow over here. Everything's very gray in this universe. It's like we're just in Silent Hill. Like, I'm there now. Oh. Hello. Little bunker rendezvous. Did I say Bartosz earlier? I meant to say Magnus. I think I said Bartosz by mistake. I'm sorry. Oh, clever reveal there. Interesting. Oh, okay. So in this world... Man, please keep it PG-13, if you would. Again, oh, I love this. I love it. Similar yet different. Constants and variables. This makes me want to go play Bioshock Infinite again, I swear.
Liebe dich.
Ich liebe dich. Dude, I swear to God, just gonna hear. So, in this world, Elizabeth can speck. It's going to happen again.
Mama?
Yep. Interesting.
Tick-Tack.
Tick-Tack.
Opa, ist alles okay?
We only have Altoids.
Anfang ist das Ende.
Still knows. Same old, same old.
Tick-Tack.
So the same crazy time shenanigans, there's Sigmundus. The same time shenanigans are gonna happen, but just, so I wonder, I'm curious what the differences are gonna be. Are we gonna see a genuinely surprised, like, walnut ballsack Jonas? But again, Tiedemann died in 2019, not too long ago either. Is Noah gonna be, like, nice in this universe? He's not gonna recognize him either. Dude, you just don't exist here. Although, if you don't even exist, you could actually maybe, like, foil their plans. Oh, no, it's Peter, my therapist.
Suchst du was Bestimmtes?
Oh, is Peter Noah in this?
Ich wollte wissen, ob hier jemand begraben liegt.
Yo.
Michael Kahnwald.
Nein, wir haben Daniel Kahnwald gestorben, 64.
Daniel Kahnwald.
Kein Michael Kahnwald.
Vielleicht bin ich deswegen hier, damit es nicht passiert.
Kenn ich dich? Ich habe das Gefühl, ich habe dich irgendwo schon mal gesehen.
Deja-vu, huh? See, he's figuring it out. Jonas has been through a lot. He's putting it together bit by bit.
Hey, warte!
This sick...
Wie ist dein Name?
Whoa, I saw that. Is someone watching this? What type of transition does that mean? What does that mean? Like a weird... Like someone's watching this on a TV. Oh, this is the society, isn't it? This is the Scarred Lip Society. Static Boys. September 21st, 1987. This is after they've destroyed... I assume this is right after they've burned down Sigmundus. And the date's not reversed. So is that the new transition between... Ooh. Is that supposed to be the new transition between our OG Alpha Jonas universe and this new, parallel universe? But I believe that transition is supposed to be indicative of us going back and forth between universes now. Because that's the whole thing. Season 2, I think even in Season 1, you knew that it was transitioning in timelines. Because you'd always hear the quick little tick, 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 tick. And like it would then switch between both color grading. It was like Little Women, right? The color grading, but also the age of everybody would be indicative. But the tick 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 clack would cut back and forth along the timeline. Now, if we're gonna hop between the universes, we're gonna see the font either in reverse or forward, and you're gonna see that kind of weird like almost like changing the channel real quick, which tells me it's universe hopping. And the piano, again, I like how now these boys have their own theme. There's the fruit from the opening credits. Who are you? Oh, that's Burnt, right? Burnt Doppler?
Kann ich dir weiterhelfen? Du hast dich wohl verlaufen.
This kid's gonna kill you, buddy. Pretty sure. That punch, stab. Dude,
Den Generalschlüssel
the master
für
key.
das Kernkraftwerk.
Soll es ein Scherz sein?
Sie haben ihn behalten.
This kid's gonna rock your shit.
Findest du das witzig?
Dude, this kid, look in his eye. I would be rolling away. Who are they? Who do they represent?
Wenn du nicht verschwindest, rufe ich die Polizei.
I'm going to beat you to death with this apple. Dude, this kid's about to, like, murderize you. There's the rest of the squad. Does Bro not lock his doors? Dude, these guys have that look in their eye. Well.
Was wollen Sie von mir?
Yo. Piano wire? The garot? Yo.
Nichts ist umsonst.
This is
Kein
the end.
Atemzug.
Nothing is in vain.
Kein dauerndes Wunder des einen.
Wer zum Teufel sind Sie?
Well, there you go. Disgusted, are we? Children under the corn, are we? With the lamp and the fruit? What's up with that? And then here we go. Back to the mirror universe, right? I'd assume. Nothing is in vain. All for the one. So we have in the 80s, and this, I assume, again, I'm assuming, because we cut back to the OG universe. So 3 people that definitely do not follow the path of Sigmundus. They showed up to what was left of their headquarters in the 80s and destroyed it. And now these 3, like almost like a generational thing. It's so weird. It's like the youngest, the middle, and then the old. Like, it's almost like they're, pardon me, my crazy tinfoil hat wants to say they're all the same person, just from different points in time, which would be that'd be a really cool thing, like narratively, for them to be like this trio of like, we are the same person across this timeline, and we're trying to close out the cycle. Why would they, what do they get by killing Burnt? They came in, the little kid said, you kept the master key to the power plant, killed him so they could get power plant access. But it also makes me think of when Burnt and Claudia had that conversation where he's like, as long as I'm alive, then, you know, like, you can't share certain information, basically. Like, certain things can't come to light. So Claudia would have something to gain from that, but would she employ these 3, like I don't want to say apostles, the apostates? So curious. I love how they have their own theme, though. Interesting. All very sinister. And I believe we cut back to the alternate universe. This is where Eric Obendorf's father would be, assuming he's still de los drogas. Oh.
Die Polizei war heute da. Du weißt, was du zu tun hast.
So he's still working for him, even in this world. Interesting. I can see why some people would say there's similarities to Stranger Things insofar as that, you know, these kids, Goonies-esque, especially riding the bike at night in the dark, deep, dangerous woods, as there's sci-fi, like, malevolent happenings going on around. Just like Jonas. So who's gonna go missing then? Who is it instead? If someone even does go missing, how similar are we keeping things?
Kilian? Dann lass den Scheiß, okay?
Oh my god, is it Jonas again? Dude, good luck. What do you hope to accomplish? You're gonna scare the... Alright.
Was willst du hier?
Good luck, man.
Ich will dir keine Angst machen.
Warum hast du gesagt, dass wir uns kennen?
Das tun wir.
In another world.
Nicht jetzt, wann anders.
Was soll das heißen?
Why are the woods creaking? Is there a creature out there? What the hell am I hearing? That can't just be the
Das ist alles
soundtrack.
schon mal gesehen.
Oh,
Das Licht.
Deja-vu.
Der Wald. Ich. Ein Déjà-vu. Oder ein Fehler in der Matrix.
Was?
Ich glaube, ich weiß jetzt, warum ich hier bin. Warum du mich geholt hast. Damit ich es ändere.
Change what?
Was änderst?
Well...
Was ist das denn?
Wo
Good
ist
luck.
Mikkel?
Mikkel.
Mikkel ist nicht bei euch?
Bist du blind oder was?
So I can change it. Yeah, dude's gonna be like, you've been following my girl around all day. So who's the one that goes instead? If anybody goes instead. I still don't know if he realizes he's in another universe or not. Because again, he thinks he can change things. He thinks again because he's here on this day at this time that he can change it and stop Mikkel from being taken. But that's not what's going to happen in this one. It's going to be different.
Was macht der denn hier? Hast du den mitgebracht?
Was soll das? Woher kennst du meinen Bruder?
Das kann nicht sein. Du hast ihn mitgenommen. Heide, die Babysitterin ist krank und er wollte nicht allein zu Hause bleiben. Deswegen ist er mitgekommen.
This guy is out of his fucking
Keine Ahnung,
mind.
was die Scheiße hier soll. Aber Mikkel ist alt genug, der kann auf sich selber aufpassen. Hau ab, du Freak. Komm.
Martha.
Well, he's going to follow from the shadows, surely. Franziska is the one who gets taken?
Ich fahr zur Versammlung. Wenn du magst, nehme ich dich schnell mit.
Oh, I bet.
Macht ihr weiter?
Interesting. So what happened to Wuller, man? Yeah, see, he knows. In both times, Wuller got involved in something in the summer of 2019 where he took a serious bodily harm. Maybe it was just an accident. If we never find out, that's going to be tragic and hilarious. Now the question is, will the different, universes
Warum hat er so getan, als ob er dich kennt? Kennst du den?
Nee. Wusstet ihr, dass Nostradamus für dieses Jahr den Weltuntergang vorausgesagt hat?
But he's an intellectual.
So ein Quatsch. Die
He's
Apokalypse ist quasi um die Ecke.
Na gut, dass ich meine Freundin mit Bunker zugelegt habe.
Oh.
Au!
He said the apocalypse is coming. Dude, is there a creature out there? She keeps hearing shit. Dude, I'm going out with friends in the dark woods at night. I'm at least gonna bring the sidearm with me or something. Crazy work. What do you think? So no, does that mean there'd be no Michael in this universe? Because if Mikkel isn't out there in the woods with them, then nobody takes him and he doesn't grow up to become. We don't even know if there is time travel in this.
Und ihr denkt, ihr findet
What
hier
if they
was?
go there and nothing happens?
Erik hat hier manchmal im Sommer übernachtet.
Or somebody already there
Hat
in
die
the
Polizei
cave?
was übersehen?
Kennt ihr die Geschichte vom Höhlenmonster?
Lass den Quatsch, Mann.
Das ist kein Quatsch.
I kept hearing noises. What if there is? Oh, dude, if there is a monster, if they're I heard something in the woods earlier, and it sounded like a creature. Dude, if instead of time travel, if it's just like a creature, how
Vor fast
different is
100
this
Jahren,
world? Yo,
kurz
we're
nach
about to
dem
get to the end
Ersten
of the
Weltkrieg
episode.
hat man da drin Experimente gemacht.
Was denn für Experimente? Was war das?
Oh, big bad brave Killian.
Scheiße.
No, same time travel noises.
Was ist hier los? Los, lauf!
Okay, I don't know why I said why wouldn't there be either. We saw the electronics plugging out earlier.
Komm, Mutter. Renn, renn!
Oh, it's Killian. Killian's the one who gets taken because he's the one variable in all this. So instead of, and then there's the guy with the tar face, right?
Killian!
Yeah, Killian gets taken instead. Whoa. Don't like that. Don't like that. Dude, I would just start running. I wouldn't turn around. Are you kidding me? It's her. It's her, isn't it? Yo. But why? How and why? So, what's curious is it's the version of herself. If I'm going based on the clothing she's wearing, the version of herself she sees covered in what I assume is cesium there in the woods is the same version that in Alpha Jonas's original universe and his timeline, we saw close to the end of the second season, old ballsack walnut. I'm so sorry. It just is funny to me. That version of ich bin du. That version of Jonas, there's a sequence in the opening credits where all these characters are seeing the version of someone they care about greatly, but it's the version of them and the context of that scene seems to imply they're seeing that person in the form of the last time they ever saw them. And when we cut to old man Walnut Ballsack Jonas, he is looking at Martha as someone that thread, that Ariadne thread, that core of himself, that very meaningful to him. And she's wearing that outfit. We've never seen Martha wear that outfit, as far as I'm concerned, unless she was wearing that in rehearsals or something. I don't think she was. She was wearing something else. But that's the same outfit, unless I'm mistaken, that she's wearing in this, which makes me wonder. And I think she's covered in cesium. I think it's cesium. Oh boy, yeah. having the damn affair. Now I'm curious if Charlotte went along with the affair because Peter was already also having an affair, or if it just is the coin, other side of the coin, and this time it's Charlotte being the one who's committing infidelity. What a weird night, huh? Also, why was her voice all modulated and warbled like that? Hello? Wait, what? She found Killian? So Killian wasn't taken. Nobody goes missing. Oh wow, literally nobody goes missing. So is there even any... Interesting. In this universe, it never happened. Does that mean there's hope? And the beam up there where his father would have done it. Did somebody already successfully stop it? Everybody hide in the bunker, it'll be okay in here. So no one goes missing, except for Eric. You sure down there is the safest place? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, yo. The God Particle wormhole. Who drops out? Dead kid. Is that... Wait.
Ist er tot?
Ja, ich glaube schon.
Wer ist das?
I didn't get a good look at him. Who is it? The brother, Mads.
Mads Nielsen.
Are you gonna meet out in Silent Hill here, huh? Hello?
Ich habe lange auf diesen Moment gewartet.
No, that's the voice I heard at the beginning.
Dass du zurückkommst.
Who are you? It's not Claudia.
Wer sind Sie?
Is she old? Is she old Martha?
Mikkel, ist nicht zurückgereist.
Right.
Wird nicht dein Vater.
Right.
Und du wirst in dieser Welt nie geboren.
But now you're here.
Eine Welt.
A world
ohne
without
dich.
you. Yeah, called it. There we go.
Ist das nicht das, was du wolltest?
Despite that, does the
Ist
apocalypse
diese
still
Welt zu dem
happen?
gleichen Schicksal verdammt wie deine? Alles wird auseinanderbrechen.
How?
In dieser Welt genauso wie in deiner.
Why?
Wieder
It happens
und wieder.
in all worlds. This happens.
Wegen dir.
Because of you. But perhaps in this world, because you don't exist, you can change things?
Und wegen mir.
Martha. With the hair, I'm guessing.
Martha.
Yep. Damn. Tannhaus estate. Back in the regular timeline. Now this is the Martha that I think, yeah, she has a certain way about walking. September 21st, 1888. Have we gone back this far yet? Yo. Okay, so I'm right about that being the transition for timelines. I don't think we've ever gone that far back. 1888, and Martha has traveled to talk to one of the OG Tannhauses. Yo. What crazy time. A mad scientist. Oh, that's the same tech that Adam was using. I don't know why I was saying old ballsack Jonas when I could just be saying Adam. Hello? Yo.
Jonas?
No. What? How'd he get back to 1888? How does it even track? Does a version of himself eventually become trapped that far back in time? Well, I guess no. I guess we had gone further back, hadn't we? A handsome fellow, though. Even for the 1888 product in your hair.
Du lebst.
Oh.
Du lebst.
Is this a version of him that survived the apocalypse but still saw her die? Or maybe this is the version of him... Interesting. But if that's the same timeline... Because there's the bit where... Because I remember Adam shoots Martha and says, you can either pursue me or you can try to, like, you know, you can try to save her, even though it's ultimately it's futile. How would he gotten back here? Unless there's something I'm missing.
Ich bin nicht Martha.
Well, I am, but I'm not. I'm not your Martha. Dude, hasn't this kid been doing enough? Yeah, see, not your Martha. I'm following the season so far. I just don't know how he's right here.
Ich bin hier, um dir zu helfen, den Ursprung zu finden.
I'm here to help you find the origin.
Die eine Sache, die der Anfang für alles ist.
The beginning of everything.
In deiner Welt und in meiner.
Interesting. Old unknown, adult unknown, young unknown. They're just referred to as the unknowns. I love that. I'm here to help you find the origin. So, future Martha. She has the means to travel in both time and time, space, but also like, well, yeah, I mean by space I mean multiple universes. So she can travel through time and universes. I don't know if she's constrained to the 33-year rule or not, but she goes to the apocalypse in 2020 and grabs Jonas. And I guess in any other timeline, would he have either pursued Adam and been taken back in time? Would he have died in all of that? Because in the original timeline, yeah, the question is then how does young Jonas end up? So he gets trapped in the 1800s and grows up into that Jonas till he figures out time travel, or until he works more with Sigmundus. Because how is that guy in 1888? Especially if he's working at the Tannhaus estate. Unless he's working with Tannhaus. In the final seconds of the beginning of the final cycle, or like the end of the penultimate cycle rather, she took Jonas to her world, a different universe, a parallel one, where because Mikkel wasn't taken that night, Jonas couldn't exist because Michael never comes into play. So that whole paradox doesn't happen. So it's a universe where literally Jonas does not exist. Puts him in there so that it's the world that he was hoping would be the answer, but it is not. And we even saw old Martha there. Appears to be working toward the same goal. But maybe because he is a man out of time and that universe, he can actually do something about it. I'm really curious, what does the timeline look like? I see just two timelines. The new timeline over here in the parallel universe. Alexander and Regina still together. They had Bartosz, but Regina died, and Bartosz seems to be less of a pot-smoking video gamer kind of burnout, and seems to instead be an academic, like an intellectual. Hanna Nielsen. So all the things that like we know exist by name, but we don't know how different they look or their roles, because we still have Claudia Tiedemann, Egon and Doris Tiedemann. We still have Charlotte Doppler, Peter Doppler, who's a priest now, Helge Doppler. The Elizabeth, Noah, and Charlotte situation is going to break my brain. I'm warning you all in advance. I do apologize. It's going to happen. Yeah, we now established there are now two timelines to track. I'm not really too lost or anything. Tell me about Tannhaus again. Vinden's clockmaker. His business is time. He's even written a book about the theoretical basis of time travel. Right, 1913. 1953, Ulrich Nielsen visits the clockmaker from 2019. He shows him a book by the author H.G. Tannhaus, but the clockmaker has never heard of it. Ulrich accidentally leaves an item there from the future, his smartphone. Then in 53 as well, the next day, old Claudia Tiedemann arrives at the clockmaker's workshop. She hands Tannhaus complicated blueprints and asks him to build the device. It is a time machine. It will take Tannhaus decades to finish the project. 54. Old Claudia pays the clockmaker another visit. This time she gives him the book he will later write, A Journey Through Time. That's all part of the bootstrap paradox. He knows about it and he can work on it and write it because he is provided with what he's eventually going to write and work on. In 86, The Broken Time Machine. After decades of work, H.G. Tannhaus has completed the time machine, according to Claudia's blueprints, but it doesn't work. Something is still missing. That's the smartphone, right? The clockmaker receives another visit from the future, the Stranger, with an older version of the same device. The Stranger asks him to fix it. When he returns to collect the device, the Stranger brings cesium-137 with him, a radioactive isotope that fuels the machine. Only then does... Oh, that's right, not the phone, it's the cesium. Only then does Tannhaus finally understand how the device works. The adult Claudia visits the clockmaker's workshop to learn about the time machine she dug up in her yard. H.G. Tannhaus has a confession to make. He didn't write the book A Journey Through Time. He simply copied it word for word from a book he received from the future, meaning the contents exist without an author. It's a so-called bootstrap paradox. Jürgen Obendorf's son Killian has grown up in difficult circumstances. For the past 2 years, he's been living in a home. He co-stars in the school play alongside Martha, who is also his girlfriend. October 22nd is the last time Killian's brother Erik is seen in Vinden. He's disappeared for a day or two before, but this time he never comes back. On the evening of November 4th, Killian is hanging out in the woods with his friends Magnus, Franziska, Bartosz, and his girlfriend Marta. After an eerie event at the Vinden Caves, the teens seek shelter in the bunker. There, a body suddenly materializes out of nowhere. It's Mads Nielsen. Jonas spends a year learning everything he can about time travel from old Claudia Tiedemann. He then visits younger Claudia in June 87. Together they enter the caves and use the time machine to reactivate the passage that his older self had closed 6 months prior. He and Claudia then travel again to 2020. On the day of the apocalypse, Jonas goes to his house to save Martha. By now, she has discovered that Jonas is her nephew, but they share a passionate kiss nonetheless. Love finds a way. No, life finds a way. Adam suddenly appears and shoots Martha. Jonas is devastated, but Adam reassures him that one day he will understand why it was necessary. In the other loops where she doesn't show up, what happens to Jonas? The older Martha explains that she brought him to another world and then leaves him bewildered at a mirror image version of the Vinden Caves. Jonas notices that a lot of things are slightly different. Martha is dating Killian Obendorf and Franziska is deaf. Most importantly, Mikkel never traveled through time, so Jonas doesn't even exist in this world. He eventually meets Eva and realizes that she is Martha, but 60 years older. Like I said, in the other loops where other universe Martha doesn't show up, what happens to Jonas? Clearly, he goes even further back in time. What happens? The apocalypse happens. The explosion wipes him out, right? But he doesn't die right there. So is that also supposed to happen? Are we still screwed? I don't know. When we got that, the gal's name was Eva. The unknown. The unknown is so curious. See right here, the unknown. I think they're all the same person. He has a striking cleft lip and almost always appears in a set of 3. A boy, an adult, and an elderly man. Who is this person who travels through time and space? Oh, I love that. I love that as a character for like a new villain. I love the concept of that. At first I thought they were all members of a certain thing, and then by the end of the episode, I started piecing it more together. I was like, wait a second. What if they're all versions of the same person? Like the oldest version, the youngest version, and the adult version. But they travel together and they exist in time at the same... Ooh, the unknown. I love it. The stranger, the unknown. I like that a lot. This season's gonna rock my shit, isn't it? Wait, Eva? But I thought she was Martha. So in this world, she's Eva, not Martha? Time machines in Eva's world are elegant golden spheres with a futuristic design. The sphere is smaller but much more powerful than the portable time machine from Adam's world. It not only allows users to travel to any point in time, but also permits travel to the other world. Okay, so not multiple universes, but particularly one mirror universe, one alternate version. I can already tell because the way I saw the episode title later on, but Adam, Eva, like not very subtle, I can see. So does she go by Eva then now? Like that's kind of like what? And she has a scar on her cheek, but from what? Eva is only significant insofar as old Martha in Otherworld eventually becomes Eva, from what I can tell. Oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I love it. Cool. 1 down, 7 to go. That was the first one for season 3 of Dark. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. What a roller coaster. As always, if there's anything that I think I'm following it, and I can very easily grapple and understand the time travel and the parallel universe motifs that are being utilized here so far. So far, I'm along for the ride. I still have questions. How does Jonas end up at 1888, let alone at like the old tan house, like Nikola Tesla farm science facility estate? How does Martha become Eva? But I know there'd be questions. And of course, who is the unknown? And he's even more curious. I love that he has his own like little like Noah theme, and it's not Noah, it's like just anyway. So I only have a couple questions, but I'm sure there will be answers. I'm very excited, actually. That got me hella pumped. That was an hour. It flew by like that. I loved that. If you have been joining me on Patreon for this journey, thank you so much for the extra layer of love and support. If you've been considering it, now would be a great time. Patreon gives you early access, weeks if not months in advance, for all the shows that I eventually will put over on the old YouTubes. Not to mention, here's a little trick of it. The more people that support me on Patreon, the more money I can give to my editor, and the quicker I can get content out. Not just put the impetus on you or anything. I'm just factually stating that the money that I make from that, I put back into the channel and content that I'm making. So Patreon early access, full uncut HD uncensored reactions, HD video accompaniment, as well as Patreon exclusive shows and even movie commentaries. Otherwise, you being on YouTube is, of course, more than enough. Thank you so much for love and support. Stay tuned for the next episode of Dork. Talk about it below. Comment below. I know Patreon will see this first, but eventually it'll make its way to YouTube. So let me know what you think so far. Boy, howdy, what a trip this is going to be. Again, I love it. I literally can't wait to finish it, but also can't wait to rewatch with friends and loved ones and see what I pick up on, how the journey is different, what they think of the show. My oh my. Stay tuned for that. Have a good day, have a good night, and as always, goodbye, travelers.